your hair.
Yeah, I have. Awesome, hey.
Hello to everyone out there in podcast
And
land
well
too.
done for remembering to press record.
Go me.
Happy Friday from the Lightbox,
Happy
everybody.
Friday from Gins and Ross.
Yeah, I'm going to just
As
jump
well.
on today so I can share some stuff.
So there's that, right?
Yeah.
So there's unanswered prayers. I should be able to enter that. And then we've got Graeme Connors ready to go here. So if you're out there in podcast land wondering what the hell we're doing, or Facebook Live land, I know what we're doing. We're just
Turn that down.
Control C. We're just copying some. Ross Waters joined. Why did you join?
Because I figured out overnight that if I join, then if I want to share something, I don't have to do it on your keyboard. I can do it on the phone.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So if I join while we're watching,
you can now add comments.
I can actually do it on my phone rather than
Technology.
I know we're getting smarter at this.
We are. Have you seen my webpage? Talking about being smart. Have you checked that shit?
I have. I've been watching it.
Holy shit! Have you been watching it, bro?
Any milk?
Oh no! Didn't they bring you milk?
No milk. That's
Shit,
all right.
they brought cream out.
We'll wave them.
Yeah.
Wave them down later.
So big day today.
Yeah, it's been a big
Are you going to talk
week.
about your day? Or
No.
not?
No.
All right. I'll talk about my day.
You go
And if
first.
You don't want, I'm always able to talk about my day.
Yeah, go on.
But are you going to talk about whatever? Or you're not going to worry about it?
I'm not.
Right. So for us,
I'm going to
we're
talk about you.
We're going nuts with it. Okay. Donna
Donna
Ellis always
Ellis.
on, and Catherine Merritt.
Oh, Catherine, how's the
Sheila
new job
Daly,
going?
the fittest
Oh,
woman in
hey, Sheila.
Gladstone, apparently. Strong girl.
You must be fit. Seriously,
She
I did
must be.
training yesterday with Ange, and oh my god, just unbelievable.
Show us your guns. Give us a look at the guns.
Oh, the lean over.
You've got them guns going on. You have too. Look
I
at
have.
you.
Yeah. Ange is great. Ange is really good. Yeah.
You go right. Now, mate, Beach, you went down for a while. Afternoon, lovely. So you guys endorsed by the Lightbox yet? Yes, we are not. What's that mean?
They probably should be
endorsed.
sponsoring it. We should
They
be getting
should
free
be
coffee.
sponsoring us.
Yeah, well, he's sitting over there. We'll have a go at him.
Oh, look, I don't care. I don't mind. I was going to say that
I'm going to get his attention.
Yeah.
No, they're walking away. I need some milk.
We should get a free coffee, shouldn't we? Occasionally.
Something.
No, we
love it
We
here.
just want to give back.
We love
to
the
them too.
atmosphere,
And
so-
Crystal Roots is on.
Hey, Crystal,
So
how was your week?
Yeah, lol. Can I tell you something? I did a live this morning.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
She is a beautiful girl. She would be the
You've
smartest
done
woman.
lots of lives, like I'm very, very proud of you.
Oh, thanks. And
Very
I haven't
proud.
signed. I keep forgetting to put them on our page. I'm onto it now.
Yeah, you got
But
to
I've got to-
get on that.
I
Actually, I've got to
know.
get out and see a few more businesses.
But
I've got to
I've
go
got-
see Donna and interview her.
Yes. Can we do that together? Because I want to
Yeah.
meet her. Because
All right, well, let's do
I only
that.
ever met her once, just down the front here.
Oh,
Now,
met a few people. Actually, I've run into really
Who'd you run
random
into?
people this week.
randoms.
Yeah, a
That's-
lady that I've known who's been in real estate for years, and this guy called me up at King Cora today, and he goes, oh, he said, I'm Tanya's husband. I've never met you before, but you got the same hair as her.
Oh, shit. Good. That's a positive. At least you got her.
I know.
Oh, well, that's
How's it
right.
feel,
Come on,
Anton?
boys.
How's it
Come
feel?
on, boys. What's that? How's it feel? Feels cold some days and hot the others.
Yeah.
I feel a bit abnormal.
I love our
reckon-
topic today.
I want to ask you a question though.
What?
This is a weird question.
Okay.
This is to a woman, and I want you to be honest.
Okay.
Forget I'm sitting here.
Okay.
So you're talking to Facebook Live.
Okay.
I'm going out on a limb here, right?
Yeah.
On a real big limb. Because I want to know this.
All right, drum roll.
Drum roll.
Drum
and
roll.
I don't really care about the answer because I've been married for 25 years.
Okay.
But, so I'm interested for the right reasons.
Butchie.
Where is Butchie on?
Yeah, Butchie joined us.
So I read somewhere the other day, and it's always in the news,
Okay.
that bald men are sexier.
Well, if you like bald men, I guess they are.
Okay.
It's
so
just
some
like,
women
it's
do it, some
interesting.
don't.
Well,
Talk me through it.
because some women like men with beards, and other women hate any
Do you like
facial hair.
beards?
I don't mind. It just, as long as it's manicured and well
So you
maintained,
like a
I don't
tidy
mind.
beard. So you don't
Yeah,
like
I
a Ned
don't
Kelly
like-
beard.
No, I'm not a big fan of the great big. Yeah. But only
So do you
because
like
I don't
bald?
like food getting cut in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't
You
mind bald
mind
man.
bald?
No,
Right, okay.
it's the same. But you
That's a
know,
boring answer, you know
people
that,
have.
don't you?
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
as
people.
boring as batshit.
Glenn Butcher, yeah. So he's
Yes.
kind of. He's a little bit bald.
From choppy clothes.
He's choppy.
We're just answering all the big questions
Here
here.
we
Are
are.
bald men
We are
sexier?
just getting warmed up,
That's
waiting
right.
for a few people to join
That's
us.
right.
So yeah, and I need some milk, so I'm trying to get their
Trying to get
attention.
their attention. So
Milk.
now that we've
Anyone's at the light box
now that
and they're
question-
watching, can
now-
someone go up to the counter and ask for some milk?
now that
some milk?
question flopped because Roz didn't really have a great answer.
Oh, do you want me to
And
say you look sexy
No,
as
no,
Anton
not
Guinea?
at all,
I think
not at all.
bald men
Not at
are
all.
very. Well, you know what? It's interesting because receding hairline, I believe a lot of guys look better when they fully shave their head.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
agree.
mean? So,
That's what I did too.
you know, the comb over thing, I'm not
Yeah,
really
can't do the whole.
big
Okay,
fan.
so comb over's not sexy.
Yeah.
You'd rather
Well-
see bald, none or a lot.
Yeah, I just think, why hide the obvious and but the old toupee thing. Or,
yeah.
In saying that, I go to with the hairdresser I go to. She's beautiful, my lovely Mel, and she's got a gentleman that goes there regularly. She has Colour Me Mel. She works at home over at Clinton, and she's a beautiful lady.
Hello, Jenny Hayward.
And hi guys, thanks for joining us.
Too, by the way.
We're talking about sexy ball,
head like a dropped pie.
Answering the big questions. Hey Adele, welcome. But yeah, I think, and he gets his hair, he's actually probably, I would say he's probably in his early 50s. He actually gets his hair coloured. I've run into him a few times there. And great. But I just think, well, if you like that, if you want to get your hair coloured, it's the same as me going blonde. I like my hair blonde,
the facial expression is intensifying.
Yeah. It means they at least shower and manicure themselves.
That's what's attractive.
Yeah, see, I really like facial hair being manicured, but you've heard the old saying that I'm not bald, it's a solar panel for a sex machine.
I don't think it's that.
Well, I don't know, I'll ask Jules.
Well, then I'll get too personal. I'll get in trouble tonight.
Answering all the big questions.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know.
But it's the same, really from a woman's point of view, you can say there's some men who particularly like larger women.
Yeah, I like calves. I'm a calf man, and boobs. I like boobs. Yeah. Big norks.
I don't think there's many men that don't like.
Oh, that's true. Big norks, big calves. I don't know why. And a big bum too. I don't mind big bum shape. Are you allowed to say that on it?
Is it like a J-Lo butt or a Kim Kardashian butt? Yeah. See?
Love that.
And see, some guys and girls are into different things.
Yeah, that's right.
Some guys are into guys.
And another baldy just joined us.
Oh my God, it's
Bald Friday. It's the bald show.
Bald Friday.
Matt's striking a handsome man. And look at Crystal Ruse going, oh, funny.
Did you tell everyone, did you tell all your bald mates we were going to talk about how sexy bald men are today?
My sister-in-law.
Hey, Tara.
So her brother, her ex-hubby, actually, my brother-in-law, he's a baldy too. And we actually look similar when we got goatees.
Oh, look, Crystal's laughing.
She thinks we're pretty funny.
Yeah, but it's true. A lot of people have different opinions of different. And it's like eye colour. Some people are into certain eye colours. Some people...
See, that's the thing. I notice eye colours. Like when I meet someone, I can tell you...
you engage and looking at people in the eye.
And I teach people, look in people's left eye and look for eye colour, because that means you're actually taking an interest.
Yes.
You're caring enough.
That's right. You have told us that before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you in 6 months' time what colour your eyes are, but I can now.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested.
Yeah.
So in relation to girls, and another thing that some blokes don't like is big muscly chicks.
No, and they don't like, the ones who, people who do muscle building to actually show. Butchie, you're onto it. All the important stuff.
Tell you what, mate.
Hey, Butchie, can you just let me know, did you get your shirts from the Appreciation Day, the Emergency Services Appreciation Day? I dropped them off to trees when I was at the chiropractor.
Well, that's another quote. We'll do curtains, carpets in a sec. Lee,
No, let's not go there.
Let's not go to curtains, carpets.
We're off topic because we've got a heap to talk about
first
today.
of all, do you like muscly men? All women like muscly men, don't you?
Well, it depends. Like, there's muscly and there's muscly. Like, I'm toned. Like, I am toned. And a lot of people have, since actually, interestingly enough, I posted a photo in this new dress that I got off my friend Gabby, who owns Style House Fashion.
Yeah, she's going
and the dress was just beautiful to wear. I wore it on the weekend. Oh, thanks, Butchie. Yeah, they're great. And I posted this picture, and a lot of people have asked if I've lost more weight because they said I look skinny. I haven't. No, I think it's because I've toned. Because I'm toning, it's actually like becoming. Well,
you're probably burning body fat putting on muscle.
Well, it's actually and I haven't. I've been a stable weight for about 12 months. So excuse the wind today. Look, I'm all over the place.
We'll start on Xena the Princess Warriors.
No, it's just mainly for strength and core. Right. So the fact that it looks nice to have a bit of tone is a bonus. I'm doing it for my strength because I'm having all my skin removal surgery in July.
I can't wait to see that.
We'll talk a lot about that leading up to. We'll have to do a few lives from the hospital bed.
Would we?
Yeah, we'll have to.
Holy shit.
So.
No, but I like big muscly women, like solid, and if they've got them coming out, bring that shit on.
And it is. It's everything is. It's all a personal. It's all a personal.
And blonde
taste. Well, there you go. There you go.
Blonde.
A lot of people like blonde.
I had Jules blonde for a couple of years. Now, talking about blonde, before we even start this conversation about unanswered questions.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to preface this with saying that I've been happily married for 25 years.
Yes, to a beautiful woman. Jules is a
and
spectacularly
she is
amazing, beautiful woman.
So lucky.
Yeah, you are lucky.
So we found
You hit
each
the
other
jackpot,
very,
I'm
very
telling
well. I
you.
hit the jackpot.
You did.
And I'm so blessed. I have just, there's nothing that I would
She's
ever
a good
do.
person too.
And heart of
Great
gold.
teacher.
A beautiful teacher, beautiful person. And I just adore her. So today we're going to talk about unanswered prayers. Right?
And leaving a sacred place for your children.
That's right. So the first one is, but it's going to be a bit funny, the first one, because we posted, Wayne offered, hello mate.
We did post the lyrics earlier, so scroll back if you want to have a look at them.
Love everywhere. Love.
Lots of love.
And so I'm going to talk about unanswered prayers because the words in that song are really true.
They are.
Especially for males, and I often want to speak for males. I don't know whether they're true for females. I'm going to ask you first. Do you look back on your childhood or your early teens or your early 20s and go, shit, that was a bloke who I thought I was going to marry forever, and I didn't, and I was shattered for the next 6 years or the next 12 months?
Probably not marry. It was just, there's always somebody that you really like. And no, you're on fire today. You should go back on keto to tone it down.
Too much energy. I know.
No. Hey,
Jason.
Jason. He's bald too, isn't he, Jason?
No, he's
got a bit of hair. I can't see his profile.
Oh no, he's a bit bald these days. I remember him with hair back in the day.
Hey Wayne, hey Jason.
So
I actually look at the song metaphorically. I actually look at unanswered prayers as not the song. If anyone hasn't read the lyrics before, the song's actually about Garth Brooks sings it, and he's at a football game. And him and his wife run into an old flame of his, and he remembers back to when he was dating her.
Hold on. One of Julie's school friends, Nicole Buckner, she went to boarding school at Lewis Hill with Nicole 30 years ago. She's doing, hello, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
She was in Japan with us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So back to this song. So he runs into an old high school flame, and he remembers, thinking back, he remembers when he was with her.
How much he loved her.
He loved her. He prayed that he would end up with her. Then the song goes into basically saying that he is very happy with his wife now, and he's very grateful that his prayers were unanswered at that time. So I look at it from a metaphorical point of there are so many things in your life that at a particular time, and this happens every day. I will guarantee you, if you actually go through every day, even down to the tiniest things. Every Friday afternoon I drive up Gundoon Street and I think to myself, please let there be a car park available right out the front. And I tell you now...
Why is that unanswered prayer?
Well, I think it's because if you put something... And this is not a religious conversation. This is about whether you talk to the universe, whether you have spirit guides, whether you're Buddhist, whether you pray to God or whoever it is that you actually ask. I believe if we ask the universe for things, the universe will actually give us what we need, or God, or whoever So I believe metaphorically, it's about asking. Unanswered prayers covers everything. If you want your house to sell in Mellifont Street.
You put it out to the universe.
Put it out, and
we do that every week. Put it out.
And you've talked to this before about this. Recently, we had the conversation where you said you believe our life's already mapped out.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think you can want something so much, and you can pray for it or ask the universe for it or whoever.
And it may not come
if
through.
it doesn't happen, I believe it's later on after the fact that you actually realise why that didn't happen. And I think that's why the song is metaphorical.
And that's why I think life.
And see, Crystal just said what we want, we may not need.
And that's why we have unanswered prayers.
Exactly.
We think we want them in the moment. We
Yes.
don't need them over time.
Yes.
The universe will always provide what you need.
Yes, and I believe that, Crystal. I really believe
that's
that.
pretty deep.
But you know what? It's really tough because sometimes when you don't get what you really ask for, you really
Shattered.
it can really shatter you.
Shattered.
It can really, really shatter you.
And so we can put Darnie Schwimmer, me, oh mate, he's a great lad, Darnie. Stephen Bennett. And we can, and I agree. You're desperate for milk, right?
Yeah, I am.
Why don't you go and? Oh no, all right. Well, hold on. We can't lose you.
No, it's all good.
They'll
I
come
just
out
want
to
to
see.
get someone's attention.
So like he wrote it about his girlfriends and that. Okay, so let's think about it from a business perspective then, right? What I love in business is I love someone like Richard Branson or Bill Gates, well, no, not even them, there's better examples who say after 10 years, someone will ask them, how did you become an overnight success?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, yeah, no, that's right. Good call. How did I become? I've worked hard for the last 15 years.
Yes.
That's how I'm an overnight success. And I think along the journey for business people, like I've been doing this for 15 years now, and it's only this year that it's clicked. I've really only, I think, believe it or not, I know this sounds weird, the keto journey was good because I never actually thought for 6 months. I actually didn't think properly.
See, that's bad for you.
Oh, I know. And I think I'm doing 12 months worth of thinking in this 3-month period.
But you're starting to get really pumped up again, and you're back to your old self.
And I think, thank you. And I appreciate the feedback. And I think that in 15 years, there's been plenty of things, my goals that I haven't achieved in business.
And I think all of us as business people will recognise that.
You're part of the furniture, Roz. You've got to stand out more. No one's seeing you here because you're just here. Why don't you go and, do you want me to go and grab them for you?
No, it's all good.
All right.
It's all good.
Here
she comes. She saw me.
I
Waved my cup in the air. Got no milk, guys. I've got a pot of tea sitting here with no milk. See, I'm praying for milk.
You're praying for milk. So that's your universe. So I think that, I seriously do believe that Stefan Cacao, in business, you're going to have a lot of unanswered prayers.
Oh, you are. You are in business, definitely.
But
you know what? It still comes down to working hard and putting the effort in, and the planning, and the heart and soul, and the waking up every day and having the passion and purpose to go and do the job and do it as best as you can.
Possibly. And add value. I did a podcast this week, driving home from Brizzy. Isn't that great? Pulled up, push record.
Yeah.
Talk for half an hour, pulled over, push record, there's podcast.
Awesome.
Holy
That's
shit.
fantastic.
And you know what I did?
On the run.
Because all I could think about is visibility drives your viability.
Yes.
Drives your valuability. Or value.
Did you just make that up?
Yes.
On the road?
Yes.
See, driving's good for you.
I know.
See, you've got to stay away from keto. This is like your brain's come back to life or something.
I'm serious, girl. I'm telling you, I've got like 3 books in my head. I can't stop thinking.
Yeah, well, I think you're actually even showing on your show. I think the holiday was good for you.
Yeah.
Japan was good for you.
Yeah, I had two big years where I just worked. Problem is, I'm not working much.
Yeah, no.
I'm building content. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, but you can't do everything. So you do small things really well.
Yeah,
you've got to do small stuff really well.
Content.
Yeah,
Prayers
really.
need power behind them to rock. Sunita Butler. I love Gypsy
Crystal,
chicks.
I love that.
Am I allowed to say that?
Hey, Sunita.
I love this. She lives in the bush and sings.
And Donna's right. You have to have a plan and a strategy to stay focused.
That's always been my problem.